wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. How's everybody doing today? I want to give you a little update on some actions that I've taken dealing with this police officer, okay? Because clearly, he's got a thing for me. I mean, there is, clearly, and he wants to inflict as much financial pain and suffering that he possibly can. That's why he confiscated my speaker, my sign, and my money. Even got my card. Okay, confiscated everything to inflict some financial harm on me. So when I got up this morning, the first thing came to mind, I said, man, why don't you write a press release and send it out? Because you known in the city, everybody know you. Why don't you see how they respond? Send a press release out. Okay, so let me read this press release I hooked up. See, immediate release. Dhfolden, also known as the Truth Conductor, was arrested on Tuesday, February 24, 2026, at Lafayette Park for panhandling by the park police. Folden, a familiar presence at the White House for the past 6 years, claims that Officer Ara Troyer has a personal vendetta against him, particularly targeting Black individuals. Folden recounts that he made Officer Troyer apologize a couple of years ago for being wrong, and since then, he believes the officer has been seeking revenge. While playing the national anthems of other countries and uplifting music, Folden has a donation bucket for those who wish to contribute. Despite some people enjoying his music and creativity without offering thanks, Folden remains undeterred. He believes his message, stop hating each other because you disagree, is universal and can resonate anywhere in the world regardless of language. However, he acknowledges that people are hesitant to embrace something positive. Before promoting his message, Folden advertised his business, dcblacktours.com, which he paused due to a lack of interest. A former street vendor, Folden has long been a community activist. He ran for mayor in 1994 against Marion Barry and multiple times for city council. Additionally, he successfully fought corruption in the MTPD's vending unit, leading to the imprisonment of officers George Hardy and David Brooks in the 90s. Folden believed that Officer Troyer is trying to inflict as much financial pain and suffering as he possibly can by confiscating his speaker, sign, and money. He can only retrieve those items after his court date, 3/19/26. Okay, let me see who I got here. You know what? I'm gonna show that just to show your ignorance, and I'll be back. I'll be back to get you. No, I used to be a bus driver. Who I got? I forget him. Matthew, favorite, Leaf, Yeah. So that's and listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. This is why you can't get caught up in your feelings. Because when somebody has done you wrong, you're going to have to pay attention to everything that they're doing and saying, and you got to be conscious enough to hear what your intuition is telling you to do. Okay, so not only, and I send it out to the Associated Press, because once I send it to the Associated Press, it's for everybody. I send it out to Channel 7, Fox 5, Channel 9, and who else? 7, 9, and 4, and Channel 4. I send it to all of the local channels. Okay? In DC. I sent a press release out now. And see, the thing is, Friday is usually the day they looking for some stuff. Okay? So I send it out Thursday night just in case for Friday, if they looking for some stuff. So what I'm trying to do is put as much public pressure on this guy as because he's sick. I'm telling you. And not only did I send out a press release, I also posted his picture all over social media. Okay? All right? This is the picture that I posted right here on social media. That's X. Let me show you so you can see. There it is on Instagram. Okay? I got it on YouTube. I even put it on Blue Sky. I'm putting his picture all over the place, telling what he did. Because see, he think that, he's just gonna be able to do something, and the person that he is mistreating ain't gonna say nothing. Oh, it's on that Instagram. Yes, it is. It's on Instagram. Okay, what's going on? So let's see because let me tell you something. Shit coming downhill falls heavy. Okay, it comes heavy and it comes fast. And all I need is just one person to pick the story up. That's all I need is one person to pick the story up. And see, and if I make an example out of him, the rest of them ain't gonna mess with me. see, that's what's gonna happen. See, I'm gonna make an example out of him, and the rest of them, I ain't gonna have no problem. Man, yesterday and I'm gonna let y'all hear this. Yesterday, when I went down, that was my first time going back down to the White House, and let me let y'all hear this. But check this out. Wait a minute, hold on a second here. Let me see. Exactly like the for donations, that's what it's for. Wait a minute. They took all my stuff. My sign, my speaker, my chip. Yeah, down in Southwest. I gotta wait till I go to court. Hold on, I want y'all to listen to this. They took my money? Because this cop came up to me yesterday. Let's see. My speaker, my chip. Yeah, down in Southwest. I gotta wait till I go to court.
Oh, they said.
It's coming up. They took my money March the 19th.
How much that was in
there? I done forgot what he told me, but I asked him for a receipt and of my inventory. He said no. So I had to call. He gave me a number to call if I wanted to get an inventory. He wouldn't even give me an inventory of what they took from me.
See, that
you know,
day when they kicked us out,
right?
When Nadine and the other ladies that were around could bring up here,
right?
On 2 trips,
right? Now I'm sitting in the street. Okay, I'm actually on the curb in the street. All right, and listen to what this cop comes up and say to me. It's coming up. It's coming up.
Right. And set up. They must leave by 10 o'clock p.m.
And he's a young white boy, man, and he's real cool. Real cool dude.
But it's bringing up and taking them. Now, he'll never ever come to the sign. If I gave him a satchel with only like 6 signs, he would consider it a burden.
This is the guy that who's talking has been down there 44 years. Right. I'm right now. I'm the longest. Yeah. Wait a minute. It's coming up.
Craig, because he's used to carrying around. You see Craig with his painting.
Right.
He's used to carrying around stuff, and he lives 7 blocks.
Yeah.
I'm living 6 blocks away.
Wow.
All of a sudden, they're about. I think I was sold out. All of a sudden, they're about.
It's coming up, y'all. I got it as close as I could to the end.
September 19th is
let me close this up. Hey, man, I'll talk to y'all. See y'all later. Oh, wow. What? I gotta find that.
I know you. I don't want you to handle, but don't let me see anything.
There it is.
All right.
Okay, man. There it is. Listen to this. This is the police.
March starts in about 3 days.
3 days. This is the police. Listen to this.
Shifts a month.
Listen to this.
And then he died in 2009, for about 5 months before he died.
Listen to this. This is the police. This is the park policeman.
Day or night.
Right. Listen.
Sometimes every day and night. And sometimes 102 hours straight without leaving that joke.
Yeah. Hey, here he come. Listen.
I know you. I don't want you to handle, but don't let me see anything. Stand aside, we'll get safe. All right.
Okay, man.
All right. If anybody gives you a problem, it was on me.
Okay.
If they come, we'll just cut you off again. But I don't want anything out of you. All right?
Okay.
You can go on the side. Right?
Okay, I get it.
Thank you, man.
That was the police.
Wow.
Y'all heard that? That's the police telling me, man, get up on the sidewalk. I don't want you in the street. And this was the police. So get up on the side. It's on me. I'm gonna take the hit for it. If somebody come up and say something, I'll take the hit for it. Okay? And like I told you, what I'm doing, my angle right now is to put as much pressure, outside pressure, on him that I possibly can. And see, and remember, y'all, it ain't who you know that matters, it's who knows you. Okay? That's what matters, who knows you. All right? It ain't who you know. You know a lot of people that don't know you. But see, it matters who knows you. And I think I've done a pretty good job of getting known in Washington, D.C. And see, and let me show you something. See, when I wrote my press release, see, I had to remind them. Somebody talking about that sounds narcissistic. You can say whatever you want, but it works. You can say whatever you want, but it works. And see, when I went through and wrote my press release, see, I had to remind them of some of the things that this. I'm keeping all this, man. So when I see my wife, she can groom me. I ain't seen my wife it'll be 7 years this year. So the next time, so I'm keeping all this because my wife loves to groom me. Okay? So I'm letting it grow wild. So when I see her, she got some work to do. Okay? All right? Well, yeah, it's politics is a 7 day a week, 24 hour a day job. Okay, that's what it is. Politics is a 7 day a week, 24 hour a day job. You got to always be available as a politician, and a lot of people don't take that into consideration. See, they want the prestige, and but they don't want what comes with it. You got to be available at all times as a politician. You ain't got no time to yourself. And whatever time you do get is limited. Okay? It's very limited. That's why a lot of them cheat on their spouses. Because they ain't never home. People are always pulling at them. And you got to be a good liar to be a politician. You telling people what they want to hear, not what you can really do. Half of the stuff that you talking about you gonna do, you just telling people what they want to hear to get their vote. That's all you doing as a politician, telling people what they want to hear to get their vote. Okay. So that's how I'm dealing with this. I'm getting ready to start applying the pressure now. That's what I'm doing. I'm applying some outside pressure. And see, and there is no guarantee that DC and if DC see the story, if it's advertised, if one of these television stations decide to pick this story up, somebody down in Superior Court gonna see it. Somebody gonna see it. Somebody gonna see it. So when I get to court, no, we not processing. And I ain't going down there. I'm going down there looking like this. Okay? That's true. That's true. Back in the day, because I came to DC from Alabama, strip clubs was fascinating. They were fascinating. All right, a little country boy coming up here and seeing them naked women. Oh my goodness! Oh what? Because they ain't see nothing like that in the South. But you come up here, boy, and you get a whole new world. You see a whole different world than what you used to. So, but no, man, that's you got to don't stay out of your feelings, man. If I can tell people anything, stay out of your feelings, especially when somebody's out to get you. That's when you're gonna have to be paying attention. And not only are you gonna have to be paying attention, you're gonna have to know your rights. You got to know your rights. Okay? And some stuff you're gonna learn along the way. When you start fighting, some things you're gonna learn. You ain't got to know. You'll learn. You'll learn. See, because once you go through something, and all of this, see, he doesn't know. Well, but see, that just means you're secure with who you are. That's all you saying. You're secure within yourself. But a lot of people ain't. A lot of people not secure with themselves. A lot of them aren't. They're not. And you can't blame them. That's just how the system works. That's how society is. Okay? But well, again, you got to listen to your intuition, man. You have to, and the only way your intuition can break through is you ain't entertaining a lot of drama. When you entertaining a lot of drama, you short circuit your intuition because you distracted. You're distracted. And that's what a lot of people are, just distracted. So they can't hear what their intuition is telling them. I'm telling you, this morning when I was going, man, I got this boom box. I'm gonna go live tomorrow when I'm down there and show y'all. And the battery, I can only get 2.5, 3 hours out of the battery, and it goes dead. Okay, so I got to deal with that. And now I just bring the cord. I bring the cord with me. So if I have to, I'll walk around the Starbucks, give me some more power, and come back. That's what I say. Okay, I got to take my charging cord with me. So if the battery run out, I'll just go to the sit and plug it up and let it charge and then come on back up. But I noticed I can get 2.5, 3 hours out of it. So I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of way how to stretch that. But the main thing is, man, I want to apply some pressure. I want some outside pressure on this guy. That's what I want. I want to apply some outside pressure. See, because you don't know what might make him snap. Okay? And obviously, as vindictive as he is, his nervous system is weak. See, this is another thing why you got to be real careful about your diet and what you're eating, because man, you want a strong nervous system. Okay? You need a strong, because you got to be, repetitious. You could do this all day long and it don't bother you. Okay? See, that's what most folk are not used to. Repetition. Repetition gets on their nerve because they don't know how to do it. See, that's why when you do some things, you need to have 2 or 3 different ways that you can do it, and it still comes up with the same result. Okay? So when you get tired of doing it one way, you switch to another one. All right? When you get tired of doing that, and see, most folk can't take this repetition. Okay? That's right. Hit that like button if you haven't. All right? Most folk can't take repetition. They can't take it. Their nervous system is too weak. And see, and a lot of y'all scared to even put pressure on their nervous system by being repetitious. Okay? You got to, repetition cannot bother you. You got to be able to be repetitious without it affecting you. Okay? See, because this tapping that I'm doing, man, I got 14 people up in here, some bots, but somebody saying, man, what the hell? Why is he still doing that tapping? What is that? No, see, that's repetition. That's how you be repetitious. And I taught my kids that. I taught my kids how repetitious, man. I used to have them ask me something for 10, 15, 20 minutes just to see how repetitious they can be. He just asked me. Yeah, just keep asking me. I don't even respond. I'm building up your repetition. That's what I'm doing. I'm building up your repetition. And that's what you got to do. You got to be repetition. And see, and here's another thing. Nobody knows on the outside if this guy is liked by his own coworkers. See, you don't know what his relationship is with his own coworkers. And like I told you, if one station picked this story up, they ain't gonna never fuck with me again. They're gonna leave me alone. They're gonna leave me alone because they're gonna see the attention that I can bring to them. And a lot of them don't want it. They don't want no attention. And saying he never in his right mind did he ever think I would have a story that they might be interested in. See, he ain't think about that. To him, oh, I got him. He can't make no money. Well, that's just as important as well. That's important. That's important as well. But I'm telling you, I'm applying some pressure. I'm putting some pressure on him, on that division. I'm putting some pressure. See, I'm putting some pressure on them, and you again, you don't know, man. You don't know who might be admiring you. You don't know. You look here, y'all. Look. One day, I saw this guy drive the new cruiser, and and I was telling the people, man, look at. I say, y'all, here's a new cruiser. This is it. If you want to get a picture, it was the chief of police that was driving, and he said, hey, tell him it's electric, and I did, and I said, man, I be trying to help y'all. I swear I do. I be trying to help you. This guy walks over to me. I didn't know who he was, and gave me this coin. He gave me this coin. Every time I go down to the White House, I take this coin is in my pocket. I take this coin in my pocket. And I'm sure when he took it out and threw it in the bag, he knew what it was. I bet you he went in there and looked at it. Bet you he went in and looked. See, look, man. This is the 23rd Chief of Police of Secret Service. Right here. He gave me this coin. Gave me this coin. Sure did. Gave me the coin. So, and I told you, it ain't who you know. It's who knows you. That's what make the wheel turn. Who knows you? See, because they can speak up on your behalf, and you are unaware. Hey, man, let that guy. Don't prosecute that. Drop that. No, drop that case. And this is what I'm trying to put so much pressure on him. So when I go to court, and they gonna say, man, he been down there 6 years, and you just now, right, locking him up for panhandling, and he been there 6 years. Now, come on, that ain't fair. If you enforcing that, how come you ain't enforced it before? And see, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all why he really upset. Let me show y'all why he really been in his craw. And let me show y'all why he's really upset. This was a couple years ago. Wait a minute. Let me turn this on. This is why he upset right here.
Superintendent's compendium.
No, what is that, sir?
About from Lafayette Park.
Okay, but I'm not in the park, sir. I'm not in the park, sir. I'm not in the park. I'm on Pennsylvania Avenue, sir. So my application on Pennsylvania Avenue has nothing to do with you. None whatsoever, sir. My application, sir, my application has nothing to do with you. I'm not in Lafayette Park. Okay, I'm on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Fair enough. I'll let you go with that.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, my man.
But can you just maybe keep it down a little bit so everybody's not just why you got it right now? Is that fair?
Well, man, I've been out here 4 years, sir. Nobody has ever, matter of fact, they enjoy my music. Right. You're the first officer that came to say that I shouldn't have music pointed at the White House. When every protest come down here, they got their stuff pointed at the White House. Don't nobody say nothing to them.
Well, if you're on the White House sidewalk or on Lafayette Park,
sir, I'm not in.
This is basically the
sir,
thing.
I'm not on the sidewalk. I'm not in Lafayette Park.
I told you, fair enough.
I'm in. So can I get an apology?
I apologize, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. Okay.
That's why. That's why. And I've been on his hit list since that day. I've been on his hit list since that day. That's why he's trying to punish me, because I made him say, I'm sorry. That's why. That is why I got a problem with him, because I made him say, I'm sorry. And I'm a black man, and he don't like black folk. And he had to apologize to me. That's why he don't like me. And I know that. I know that's what the problem is. Ever since then, he been gunning. And I don't know what got into him Tuesday. No, I was not. No. I sit there and play music. I got a donation bucket out. If people want to give me money, man, a lot of times folk don't. I had some guys from Jordan. Tuesday, I had some guys from Jordan wanted me to play their national anthem. And I played it, and the guy had put some coins in. Man, I wouldn't, because he's the first one, put some coins. I said, you know what? I'd rather do it for you free. Man, take this shit. If this is all it's worth to you, take this shit. Keep it. I don't want it. I'd rather do it for free. Okay? All right? No. He ain't had no. If she said, why did he say you're being loud? Because he was an asshole. That's why. If I was wrong, why did he apologize? If I was wrong, why did he say I'm sorry? Starfire, whoever you are, why did he say I'm sorry? If I was wrong, why did he apologize? Why? I don't care what he said. How come I got an apology out of him? If I was wrong. Let's just start right there. Okay? All right? No, he ain't got no chill. But he ran up to the right one. He done ran into the right one that ain't scared of him. See, I ain't scared of him because I done had too many battles. I got too many scars. I got too many scars from standing up for my rights to let somebody like that intimidate me. Man, he's a walk in the park. He's a walking, because that fool even, man, I was live and he took my phone out of my hand and the live went on for about an hour. Man, the live, when we was in the station and they was going through my stuff, The phone was picking up all of their conversations. Okay. Yeah, he's been an asshole. Cause he didn't, you notice he didn't say, somebody, I got a complaint. You notice he didn't say that. I got a complaint about your loud music. He didn't say that. You know, he wanted to be in control. Okay? He wanted to be in control. He wanted to be the boss. And I showed him he wasn't. And he's been pissed ever since. I didn't had you know, one time he came down there last year and ran everybody away and didn't say one word to me. Didn't say one word. So right now, man, I'm trying to reel in some of this notoriety that I have, that I done got. Man, I've been in DC 50 years. I've been in this joint 50 years. Matter of fact, this year will be 51 that I've been in DC. 51 years that I've been here. And I haven't been. I told you I read my press release I sent out. I ran for mayor. I ran for city council. They know who the press know who I am because they see me on television. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they respond to this situation because they know who I am. They know who I am. I know it, man. Back in 2019, I think. I think it was 2019 before the pandemic. They had this Second Amendment rally down in Richmond. That's 2 hours. Yeah, 2019. Because that's when I was advertising my tours, and they had this big old gun show. Man, I saw some guns down there, boy. I ain't never seen in my life. Okay, I saw some guns down there that I'm telling you, boy, it was. Whew. Hold on, let me show you. Here we go. Okay, I want to go to January. I'm gonna show y'all some of these guns. That was down at this show, man, and I told him, I said, look, man, I was advertising my Black History tours. I said, man, y'all help me out, cause I'm trying to. Let me show y'all. This is General Flynn right here, just getting out of his car, going to court. And look! I got my Black History tours, okay. And I got so much hate. I got so much hate from that, man. Uh, uh, this right here is Paul Manafort's lawyer. That's Paul Manafort's lawyer right there. You know, one of Trump boys. That's one of Trump boys. Okay. Um, I'm trying to find them guns. This when I first started, man. Look, that's Wolf Blitzer. Look at my sign in the background. Okay. Uh, yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm gonna just show y'all, man. Um, I wasn't scared. That's the thing that I wasn't scared. Didn't scare me. That you getting out there, man. That, trying to get behind, get in front of cameras. Don't scare me. It don't scare me. I've never been afraid of that. Never, never been afraid of that. That's where some people be freaking out, man. That don't bother me. That don't bother me at all. Maybe it was. See, this is an article that I was in the Washington Post magazine. Man, I was so broke. I was so broke when I took this picture. I had to ride my bicycle down to the monument because I ain't have money to get on the bus to do a picture for this article. That's how broke I was. And and that's how broke I was. I had to ride my bicycle. See, and let me show y'all something. Um, where that sign at? Let's see. You see how big my sign was? See, I cut that thing down tremendously. It used to be bigger than that. It used to be when I remember when Trump first got elected in 2017. Um, they had and let me show y'all. I used to go down to the courthouse. When I went to the courthouse, man, they used to crop me out. Them jokers would crop me out of pictures, would do everything. One time I went down to the courthouse. I said, and the Spirit of God said, man, take some donuts and coffee down there with you. All right, and give it. I don't have to play the race card. I'm not in the little dick zone. I don't have to play the race card. I don't have to play that. All right. But one time I went down, man. I bought donuts for all of the photographers out there, and from that day on, I never had a problem being cropped out of my pictures because I took them some coffee and some donuts. Okay, I took some coffee and donuts down there to them. I sure did. See, this is how big my sign used to be. That's how big it used to be. Right there. That's the first tour I created. That's the first tour. That's the first tour I created. This was the night Trump was elected. I'm in front of his hotel. That's the night he was elected. And that's what I was advertising. My Black History tours. Okay? That's how I started. And then I just started because the wind could bend that. If I get a good breeze, man, that sign would bend. But what I did was I took some sticks, man, and just created a cross. So that when I staple and tape the sign together, the wind ain't gonna make it fold because it's in a cross. I got a cross. Thank you. I just talked to my website lady. I took my tours down because nobody was really interested in them. And I just asked her yesterday. I said, how much would it cost me to for you to put my tours back online? She said $500. So I bet I'm working on it. I'm working on it. By next month, man, I have my tours back up. Next month, I have my tours back up. I have them back up. Yes, I will.
And see, and let me show y'all something. See, and this was the sign lady. The sign lady taught me this. She said, Don, you always want to have red, black, red, or black, red, black. So always split your colors up because they can be seen from a distance. All right, look at this. Look at that. You see the DC Underground Railroad tour. Okay, what is this? This is when I was. See, this is when I was advertising Viator. This was when my first time. I didn't even have my website then. I'm sending people to Viator to book my tours, and one day, I mean, I kept seeing all of the white tours that would come up. Okay, and I called the lady and I said, "Listen, ma'am," I said, "You know, I'm in DC. I'm the only Black History tour on your website. How can I get my tours in your rhythm?" And she said something sarcastic. Whatever she said pissed me off. And I said, "Take my fucking tours down now. Take them down. This shit ain't funny. Take my tours down now." And she did. And I had to honor the tours that were already in the pipeline. I had to honor those. And then I started working on my own website. I sure did. I started working on my, see, look. See, I wasn't messing around. I created a hop on, hop off shuttle for Black History tours. I did. I did. This is my grandmama right here. That's my grandmama. You see how she got her fist balled up? Man, my wife's fist looked just like that. that's how I met my wife. Look, this is my grandmama, Miss Cora. She lived to be 100 years old. You see how her fist, man, when I first met my wife, she had twisted this guy's arm to take her somewhere. Okay? And he didn't show up. And this was one of them Saturdays that I was trying not to work, but I couldn't get no rest. So I said, damn, man, let me go down to this hotel and see what's going on. And as I was walking in the door, she was talking to the hotel manager about who he recommended, and he looked up and saw me and say, "That's him right there." And she came over and she explained to me what she wanted done and the price he had agreed on. And I looked at my wife, I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't help you." And that girl balled up her fist, just like this. And I said, "Girl, that's my grandmama's fist. I'm gonna marry you." That's how I met my wife. That's how I met my wife. That's exactly how I met my wife. Okay? That's exactly how I met my wife. You see how my grandmama got her fist balled up? Man, look just like my wife's fist looked just like my grandmama's. And I told her, I said, "Girl, that's my grandmama's fist right there. I'm marrying you." And so did, and we got married. That's how I met my wife. That's the truth. That's the truth. This is Sam and Dave. This one is Sam and Dave down at the White House. Sam and Dave. Him. That's when what's his name? Was Kanye West was coming down to talk to Trump. This one of the Beach Boys. right here. That's one of the Beach Boys. I got Jim Brown in here somewhere. And this is damn, what's his name? He's a Republican too. I'll think of it in a minute. That's him right there. I be seeing you out there. And this is Jackie Robinson's son. Right here. That's Jackie Robinson's son. I got a picture with Jesse Jackson. I got, oh man, all of them folks. Oh man, man, look at this picture right. This is my favorite. That's Paul Manafort's lawyer, right there. And we have been waiting all day for this guy to come out the courthouse, and he came out the courthouse, walked up to the mic, and said, "I have nothing to say," and took off and started walking. And I'm looking at him. What? What? Shit, he started walking. I said, man, I'm gonna walk. Look, this photographer is actually tripped over the curb and is falling. I'm walking right behind his ass. I took off right behind him. I said, I'm walking right behind your ass. I sure am. Yeah, you ain't go. I've been out here all day. And you talking about you ain't got nothing to say? God damn it. You walking, I'm walking with your ass. and I got right behind him. I sure did. Got right. No, buddy, I ain't going for that shit. No. No. Man, this was an auction block. I took them flowers down there. Somebody told me about that slave auction block in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And I went down there. I took them, I paid for that. I had a lady to make that wreath for me, went to a flower shop, had that wreath made, and I took it down there that's a slave auction block in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Sure is. That's what that is, right there. And I said, I got to honor it. But that's you know, that's what you got to do. And this guy, Harry Jones, man, that's who taught me everything I know about DC Black history. This was my first tour guide. Right here. This guy was my first tour guide. He taught me everything I know about DC Black history. I learned it from him. I learned it from him. That's how I learned. I got my craft. But you know, that's what you got to do, man. That's what you have to do. That's how you have to do it. And sometimes it ain't easy. Sometimes it's not easy. You gonna have days, man. You gonna get your ass kicked. You gonna have days. You gonna get your ass kicked. And I mean kicked. But you gotta take that butt kicking, go home, get you a good night's sleep, and get up, start over again. That's how you have to do it. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I hope I gave somebody some inspiration, some motivation, or even stimulated your creativity, because that's what it's all about, man. You know, you tapping in to your creativity. because that's where the answers are. That's where they are. They in your creativity. You know, idea might come to you, but you're going to have to figure out how to manifest it. You know, and just like, you know, they took my speaker, they took my sign, they took my cart, you know, took my money. Man, I said, that ain't going to stop me. Okay? That ain't going to stop me. My daughter gave me a boom box for Father's Day last year, and I said, man, I'll pull my boom box out. I'm still gonna go down there. Got my microphone, got a cordless microphone. I said, I'll pull my boom box out and go down there and still make money. I'll still make, might not be as much as I've been making, but I won't go away broke. Okay? I won't go away empty-handed. Somebody gonna drop some money. And see, and that's another thing. See, and if I mess around and the story gets out of how I've been treated, folk might just come down and say, man, let me go down there and support that guy. Okay? All right? Let me go. I don't need I can't keep up with the one I got. I got 7 years to make up to the one I got. So I ain't got room for nobody else. I got 7 years that I got to make up with the one I got. So I'm gonna be quite occupied. I'm gonna be quite occupied. All right, because I got some making up to do. That's what I got. Man, somebody just sent me $100. I just got who is this? Francis? I just got $100. That's the first time that ever happened to me. I just got, man, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like $10, might be. Well, let's say 100, well, maybe it is 10. I don't care. She's the first one. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. Shit, I appreciate that 10. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, it's Norwegian. Okay, all right. Norway, I play y'all national anthem a lot down in front of the White House, too. Norway. Yeah, I do. I would play it on YouTube, but I don't want to get no copyright strike. I don't want to get no copyright strike, man. But I do play your national anthem down in front of Norway. A lot of people don't know that the Netherlands is the oldest national anthem out there. Okay? No, man, I just that was just a compassion in me, man. I couldn't, you know, if I hadn't seen it from the beginning, you know, then I probably wouldn't. But man, I had to. I just couldn't sit there and notice when I ran the hawk off, the squirrel laid there and played dead. And you know, when I got the hawk off of the squirrel, that squirrel didn't immediately jump up. It laid there. And when it finally realized that it had moved over a little bit, shit, that squirrel flipped over and boom. Man, I get a copyright strike. I had a squirrel yesterday looking for some nuts, crawling all up my legs, looking for nuts. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, man, thank y'all. Thank you for hanging around. It's always a pleasure. You know, Yeah, no. But YouTube would give me a copyright strike in a minute, man. Yeah, you late. Yeah, you late. You late. I'm getting ready to go now. I've been up in here a whole hour. Yeah, you late. You late. You gonna have to watch the replay view. But I think you would enjoy it. Okay. So man, y'all be blessed. I see you later.